Happy Saturday, everybody. Gonna do a video today. Basically a semi-unboxing. Actually, I got in a Zotac Gaming. They got a long name for it. Check this out. It's the Zotac Gaming Trinity OC Edition 3090 GeForce RTX 24 gig. Oh, before I forget, I don't know if Newegg made a mistake or what, but I seen today, I just looked at it and I actually went on their site. They have a portable storage unit. I'm not sure if it's SSD. I can't see it being that cheap, or even if it's mechanical. But $99, 5 terabytes. It comes with a promo code. It's on there for maybe 24 hours. If anybody wants, I mean, that is a steal. $99. I just paid like $55 for a 2 terabyte mechanical that I could pop in the back of my system and back up video and stuff too. But anyways, I'm not here to advertise for Newegg. Yes, the Zotac 3090. Nice, very nice card. Gotta say, here's the box. So it's not an unboxing. 24 gigs. It uses Ice Storm for the program to run all the RGB. Spectra 2.0. They call it that Freeze Tech. It's Freeze Tech program in the Firestorm. Yeah, it's basically how you do the fan curve and all that stuff and get in there. But here we have it. Bingo. $30.90. It's a nice card. It's not as wide as the FTW3 for the win. It's got a little RGB in there, but yeah, it's narrower. We're looking at all the specs on here. I just had them all. Yeah, truly, I don't go and write about all this stuff, write it all down. Maybe I should, but okay. Obviously, the 3090 GPU has 10,496 CUDA cores, 24 gigs of memory. Memory bus is 384. It has an engine clock boost of 1695, a memory clock 19.5. I go through this all the time, every spec. It's all the same. 4.0 PCIe, 2.3 HDCP, quad display. So it has three displays, one HDMI. So we're going to skip by all the rest of that stuff. It is running GDDR6X. This is the good memory. There's GDDR6 and there's 6X. 6X is the step up. The GDDR is basically DDR6. Some people put in the G, some companies don't. Again, the active fan control is that freeze with an E at the end, fan stop, multi front plate, RGB back plate. Yeah, okay, so we got some RGB up front. Very nice, actually. Over here it's a little bit raised, some RGB. I do like the design of it. It's not as wide, but it does have this nice little rise on it right here. Everything's well protected. It has dust protectors, dirt protectors, grime protectors, whatever you want to call it, that go in where your HDMI is and your display. Your PCI is all protected. Your SLI has a nice little cover on it. I've noticed some companies don't even waste their time doing this anymore. Strange. We are running, there's six pipes in the heat sink. It's made of some really, really nice components. It does have a metal backplate. They don't go with aluminum, Zotac, and they don't use a carbon fiber or any other type of plastic. It has two 8-pin power connectors, and it's 2.5 bays. The 3070 is wider, lower profile, and it easily fits in 2 bays with no problem at all. This one will take up 2.5, so you're going to lose a 3rd bay. Actually, they could have made a bigger, thicker heatsink and made it a solid 3, but they didn't. I mean, that's no biggie. You have the gaming logo on 2 of the fans, the Zotac name. And I mean, everything about it is just impressive. It just has nice features to it. Everything is followed up on with extra support. The heat fins look to be a good quality. It's probably, yeah, it definitely is a double. You take it apart and you'll have 2 different heat sinks in there. It's layered. It does have a little, like on the MSI. I did that in a past video on a 3080 and a 3070. It has the a support bracket can be put on the back of this. It doesn't. Let me look in the box real quick. I don't think it comes with one. No, it don't. So why do they put it? What, are you gonna run out and make one? I've never seen one made that you can put on here, but it does come with something that you can put, like maybe an L bracket, run it down to the bottom of your case. You put a little rubber footing on it, and boom, there you have it. Because some cases you will get some sag. I've literally seen people do things crazy. Like one time I seen a guy with some fishing line tied off to his cod. It was a big 2080 Ti. Those were huge. Yeah, he was pulling up over here. You can basically just keep it up by that because it doesn't come with a support bracket like the MSI. Like let's say this. It wouldn't work. Well, if it was a little less, if there was a little less bend to this, it probably would work out pretty well right on there. But there's not, so it doesn't matter. This is made for MSI anyways, but I'm just saying that, and I guess their thought is something like this. You see them 2 little screw holes? They are definitely threaded, and they're definitely made to put something so you can. I've yet to see a company come out with something that works on these because MSI has it. Let me look. The EVGA 3090 I'm running doesn't. So basically the 3090 is a replacement for the Titan, the 2080 Titan. It's really not a. They came out. It's not really a TI card like a TI killer or whatever. It's a Titan replacement, so it's kind of in its own little class. I did get to play around with it and do a little bit of benchmarking, and what I got was some pretty interesting stuff. Let me bring up my paperwork. Okay, so yes, Port Royal. Port Royale. I've got I bought the whole package for that. It's got tons of stuff in it. Port Royale, we got a score of, I can't remember, did I do that in, what did I do that test in? I'm not even going to get into the 1080. So Port Royale, we got around a 13, which it did beat out, hands down, no problem, the Game & Trio 3080, not the 3090. MSI tends to push their stuff. They clock it right up, right out of the box, and it still does pull a little bit ahead. So it was right up there. It was number one in Port Royale and in 4K. Actually, Blue Room. I don't know if anybody's done that. It's another VR test. We're talking 5K rendering. So lore is better, and this definitely beat out pretty much every other card. We were looking at a quite a low score that it pulled out. As far as frames, it was up around about 132. We're gonna get onto the 4K I called it superspension one time. Superposition at 8K optimized. Again, lore is better in this test. We're looking at a 6 at 4K. No, I'm sorry. This one it's higher. So at 8K we got 6,800 score, and at 4K we're looking more like around 15.5. In 1080p it was fast. I mean, like well over 12,000. It performs better in higher speeds than it does in lower. Yeah, that's where it kicks in. And if you're going to get this card and you're going to have a 1080p monitor and you're going to run games in 1080p, that is seriously a waste of time, because you're not utilizing the performance this card's made for, or any 3090 for that fact, for that matter. Because if you're looking at 1080p and you're getting a score of around 12, and then you go over to 4K and you pull a rabbit out of the hat, you pull a 15.5, you can see what I'm talking about. It beats out it's neck and neck pretty much with the Founders Edition, the MSI, the EVGA. But as far as the 3080, which is, I consider like the sweet spot of all cards, it still does beat it out easily. And that's in 4K with my widescreen 3D Mark test. It pulls a they call it Pass Mark Performance Test 10. This thing I don't even know, I'm still learning what some of these things mean, but we're looking at almost a 30,000 on the Trinity, which beats out the MSI 3080 and the MSI and the EVGA 3090s. So beats out the 3090s by a little bit. In Blender, completion time, this thing smoked everything. It ran the Blender benchmark 2.83. It ran this thing in 0.24. If you want to go over to the 2070 FTW3, it beat it out by easily over half a second, which is big when you get into these little microscopic minuscule numbers. It does mean something, because the 3080 obviously was a little slower, and I guess the MSI and the EVGA, they were right there too. I've got them all. I mean, right now I've got in that XC3 to EVGA, and as far as looks go, I really do prefer the MSI. I think me personally, I think they make the nicest looking card. But the EVGA is a good performer. I'm still waiting to get a 3080 for the win, FTW3. I'm dying. I think they're really a really nice looking card. And they would look great on a vertical mount. I mean, that would be the perfect card. Although vertical mounting, I think, is kind of a disaster when it comes to cooling, especially if you're running open case, fine. If you're closing the side up, forget it. You ain't getting no air to that thing. What else do we have? In Battlefield, it was right up there with the best. It pulled ahead of the MSI in frame rates in Battlefield. There's other games like Metro Exodus. I do have that one as well. Tarkov. I mean, I didn't get a chance. It was late last night, so I didn't do everything. But anyways, I wanted to give just a little bit of information on this. I give you a heads up on a little bit of the benchmarks that I ran. It is a nice card. Zotac absolutely doesn't get enough credit. They definitely do have their own kind of funky looking little design, as in the 3070 is wide and very, very low profiled. It still has that kind of funky little curvature to their back plate, again, which is basically just bent metal. Nothing fancy about it. I think aluminum would probably do a better job. Even a composite material would probably do great. You can see over here one of the heat pads. Oh, it does have nice heat pads in it. So anyways, that's going to about wrap it up. There's nothing really else on it as far as anything to dual BIOS or anything like that. It would have been nice, but there's not. You know, to go in like a silent mode and stuff like that. But it's probably all built into the program. So yes. Zoom. Yeah. Nice card. Again, if you're running a leaner, meaner case, this card will work out well for you because it's at least an inch leaner than some of the other cards, which are really wide. So when it's sitting in there, it's not going to come too close to your glass. You get a little bit more room. I had one card that I was putting in my machine, and I have a big box, the NZX T700, H700, and I mean, it literally, it was close. It was close. So anyways, gonna wrap it up. It's Saturday. I'm going out for breakfast. Everybody, stay safe. Peace out.